So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the truth and its correlation with an awakening. So let's get started. The truth. First and foremost, there's one truth out there, and it is relative based on our own individual experiences and what we see through our lenses. Because we see externally how much we have met ourselves. And so that's why it's an inner journey. What does that mean? That inner journey means speaking your truth. And many of us grew up with people telling us, don't say this, don't do that. Somebody's going to get offended. Somebody may not like you. Somebody may talk about you. All of this disconnects us from the truth, from ourselves. And so then our throat chakra, it closes up. And this is why I'm a big fan of meditation. And also big fan of speaking up. And when you do, you open up your throat chakra. Just be mindful of what you say to people. As somebody who has triggered lots of people throughout my life, because some people are not ready to hear it. And so it's a learning experience. And what works for others may not work for other people. So it's just trial and error. Okay. So that's the throat chakra. But what about your other chakras? You have other things, other beliefs that limit you from being your authentic self. Whether it's a fear that you're not going through, or something you're hiding from yourself because you're ashamed of yourself. Whatever it is, all of this ends up happening and shifting our reality first and foremost, but it does it because we have opened up our chakras. And then when your third eye opens, when your pineal gland, because you've done that work, you're eating healthy. You can't always eat healthy, but you're eating the best food that you can. You're being mindful of what you're exposing yourself to in terms of thoughts, people, and your environment, because it plays a big role. All of this plays a big role in understanding the truth externally and your truth, which ultimately leads us to an awakening. Because an awakening is merely a means for us to be our authentic self. It is a journey. It doesn't happen right away. I'll tell you, for as long as I remember, I was awake, but I wasn't fully awake until I went through all of these lessons that I had to go through. These are life lessons. Why I say personal development equals spiritual growth, it equals spiritual awakening. The best way for me to summarize all of this is quantum physics. This was all written in our Vedas. And so this is nothing new. And it's important for us to be mindful of our feelings, our thoughts that we suppress, because we want to be liked by everybody. But guess what? When we want to be liked by everybody and we put ourselves last, we give others that sense of we don't prioritize ourselves and we prioritize them. And that becomes an expectation. And the moment you decide, not enough, I'm not taking it anymore, whether you walk away or you set your boundary, it triggers them, because that was supposed to happen in the first place. They overstepped their boundaries and we allowed it. And the more I reflect on what led me to my spiritual awakening, it was more of I kept suppressing myself. I kept letting things go because I liked my life the way it was, because I liked the reality I had created. I didn't want to rock the boat. I mean, I rocked the boats in certain situations, but certain situations I didn't. And ultimately, I hit my tipping point. That tipping point has often been referred to as a midlife crisis, which is now being referred to as a spiritual awakening. All of this is none but finding yourself, because you've hidden yourself to be accepted by a society that is hiding themselves anyways. So who are you afraid of losing, when the best thing that comes out of this is finding yourself?